Good morning, everyone. This is Prashanti uh, here to discuss about Database Management System Lab. In the last video, we have seen about the introduction of Database Management System and a small introduction on structured query language. Today, we'll be discussing some of the SQL commands. As in the last class, I have told you SQL is a structured query language and all the data in SQL is stored in the form of tables. Okay, so here you'll be creating some tables. You'll be inserting data into the tables. You can add the content into the table. You can delete the content into the table, or you can modify the content from the table, or you can even delete your table. Every operation you do will be done on the table. Okay, before going to see how you create a table or edit or modify the table, we have to know two basic things called as entities and attributes. So what is entity? Entity is a thing or object in the real world. For example, a person is a thing, a car is a entity, person is an entity, a bank account is an entity. If you take a person, in person, a student is again a person. A student is an entity, customer is an entity, bank account is an entity, chair is an entity. And each and every entity has its own properties or characteristics. If you take a person, person has its own characteristics. That is, he has its own name, age, address, isn't it? So what are all these things, characteristics of a person? These characteristics are called as attributes, right? If you take a bank account, bank account is an entity and bank account has its own characteristics. What are the characteristics of bank account? Bank account has a member, bank account, who is the person of the bank account, what is the account number, what is the amount in the bank account, what is the bank associated with this. All these things are characteristics of bank account. To be more clear, if you see this example, if you take entity as a customer, this customer has these properties or these attributes. What are the attributes of a customer? What does a customer have? A customer may have a customer ID, a first name, surname, date of birth, address, phone number. All these things are called attributes. These are attributes of whom? These are attributes of an entity called as a customer. Okay, if you see one more example, student. What is the student? Student is an entity. This student have some attributes or characteristics. What are the characteristics or attributes of a student? Student has a name, ID, age, and address. Right. So this is an entity, and these are the attributes. ID, name, address, age are the attributes. You can represent these entities and attributes in the form of a table also. Since a structured query language deals with tables, you can represent these entities and attributes in tables. If you see here, I'm showing you a table. The table name is student. Student is an entity you have seen earlier, and name, address, ID, and age are the attributes. Look here, student is the table name, ID, age, address are the attributes. All the attributes are written as all the attributes are written as column names, and the entity is the table name, and these are the values of these attributes. Okay, Raju, Hyderabad, 15122, 21. All these things are what? Values of attributes. Okay, now, so what you are trying to do here, you create a table, you add columns into a table, you insert data into the table, and then after now you are having your student table. From this student table, I can ask a query out of this table, or I can pose a question out of this table. What is that question? Suppose I'll be asking, list out all the students whose age is less than 18. So what is the output that you should get? Who is the student who is having age less than 18? Sita. The answer should be Sita. This is what you do. Okay. Now, going to the SQL commands. Now, before going to SQL commands, I want to tell you something. In the last semester, you have come across C programming language, isn't it? What did you do there? You have written some programs, you have compiled that, you have executed it, and then you got the output of that, isn't it? Why you are doing all these things? Since that is a programming language, C is a programming language, so you write programs for that. Remember, SQL is a structured query language. It is a query language. It is not a programming language. Is that okay? SQL is a query language. Here you don't write programs. What do you write? You write queries here. Okay. What do you write in SQL language? You will be writing queries. Okay. Now, so what all you do here now? You don't write programs here. Then what do you do? What you will do is you create a table. You insert values into the table. You can add values, you can add extra content into the table, you can modify the content, you can delete the content, and you can pose queries. All these things you will be doing. You will be not writing any program or such things. Okay, so in order to do all these things, to create a table, add content into a table, delete or modify the things, you need some commands for that, isn't it? So that deals with SQL commands. Based upon the requirements, SQL commands are divided into four kinds: DDL, data definition language; DML, data manipulation language; DCL, data control language; and TCL, transaction control language. So we'll see one by one in detail. As of now, I'll be telling you the brief introduction of these four kinds of data languages. The first one is DDL. DDL is data definition language. So in order to, first what you have to do, you have to create a table, isn't it? In order to create the structure of a table, this DDL commands are used. I'll give you a real-time example. Suppose you want to courier some items. What do you do? What do you want? You want a box first. You want a box. First you create a box. After creating a box, you put all the items into the box. So that creation of a box, that box is a table, or you can even call it as a schema. Okay, that creation of table is done by using this DDL commands. So the first command is create. That creation, I told you, creation of box. So here you don't create such things called box and all. Here what do you create? You create a table. So how do you create a table? By using create command. Okay. Next, if you want to alter the size of the box, for example, if you want to change the size or width, then you'll be using alter command. So if you want to change the size of the data type, if you want to change the width and all, you will be using alter command. If you want to make some alterations, you use alter command. Next, if you want to drop your table, you don't want your table, then you can use drop command. Truncate means if you want to delete all the items from the table, you use truncate. And then rename, to rename the table name. So DDL commands deals all with the structure creation, right? If you say this, DDL commands creates with all the structure creation. Now here, what, by using the create command, you will be creating a table like this with what? With attributes, with table name and attributes, roll number, name, marks, and date of birth. You create just a structure. Okay, you see here, you don't enter any items into this. You have just created a table, and what all should be there in that table, you will be making them as a columns. This is done by using create command, right? Now the next one is DML commands, that is data manipulation language. Now this is an empty table, isn't it, with some columns. Now you want to enter some values into the table like this. In order to enter some values into the table, you use insert command. And next one is update. If you want to update any row, then you use update command. If you want to delete a row, you use delete command. Merge, if you want to merge two tables, then you use merge command. Then the last one is here select. Select is if you want to post some queries, if you want to retrieve some data depending upon some constraints, then you use select command. That is select an employee whose salary is greater than 10,000, like that. Okay. Now the next type of language is DCL, data control language. Data control language is, if you take a software company, in that software company you have many employees. All the employees will not have permission to access all the files. The manager should grant permission or revoke the permission for a file, isn't it? Such things can be done by using grant and revoke commands. Okay, then the next one is transaction control language. Now everything is online shopping, all those things. If you want to online shopping, if you do some online shopping, then you will be paying some money using your bank account and all. Online transactions, just call it as a transaction. If you want to if you go to an ATM to withdraw money, you perform a transaction, isn't it? All those transaction related things, commit, rollback, and save point, all those things will be handled by transaction control language. Okay, so these are different kinds of languages in SQL, and we'll go for the next one. We'll see the each and every command in detail, DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, in the next video. Right? Thank you.